Good evening, everyone. All right, so it's no point to do Zoom. You know, Zoom has its limitations that it is not possible, agree or Danny, to give you the paper, 1.5 hours, I look at you here, then you do your paper, right? Because if you had a face-to-face classroom, that would be good. So I would like you to discuss with your parents, definitely not this month, okay, Chao Xing and Zhao Xuan and Bei Kun. Definitely not this month. This month I'm so busy because I'm teaching the international student from Suzhou, Beijing, and Shanghai. Wow, I tell you, these kids are really very fascinating. The young boys and girls, primary 4, 5, 6. The way they talk, cool. But too bad, because Ziying, when I talk today, how are you, huh? Everyone good or not? You know, I got complaint. Can you please tell the teachers to not use the la, le, lo, ho? Then I tell my coordinator, cannot lay, I'm Singaporean law. Then, you know, can you imagine? All the kids says, hello, Uncle Raymond, nice to meet you. Anyway, so please inform your parents, most likely after national days that maybe once a month, we are gathered together, all right, to sit down, do a full paper. Then you understand why. Because your school may not give you the environments to do the full paper. Okay, right. Anyway, I don't say don't care lah. Okay, there are some. That's why some of my students will. I mean, every Saturday I do have a free lesson with them for history and SS in one of my club. So they'll sit there, enjoy themselves, but they do the paper. Just like yesterday. Okay. So Chao Xing, I leave it to you guys. So if you all can come, that's the best. Okay, you can come in and do something about it, because I really want to help you guys to score, not just for English. Sorry, not just for SS, but overall. Hi, Yang Xiang. Why everyone put crewmate? So your new game
Oh, cause last week got one person put imposter.
Put in what imposter? Who is that? What is this crewmate?
No, it's Among Us.
What they do?
It's a game called Among Us.
Oh, Among Us that one Among Us
yeah.
Oh yo, please 不要玩 game 了啦，读书了。你看星辰怕了，跑掉了。你看，你吓到这个小宝贝了。How's your result, Yang Xiang?
What for?
How's your English?
My English
Yeah.
I got B3
Okay what? Then your SS?
B3.
Both SS as in SSB3 Okay. Okay, Yang Xiang, please inform your parents somewhere after National Day. I may have once a month, one month, once or twice to do a full paper exam. Okay, so
Okay.
prepare you face to face, not Zoom.
Where though?
Singapore lah.
Yeah, of course. I thought go US.
Well, scan man. Actually, you're lucky to talk to me now. Actually, last night I supposed to fly to Japan. Because of the shooting, I supposed to meet Xi Jinping, Deng Xiaoping, 还有 Donald Trump because of the right. 赵贤，你笑什么笑？ I'm meeting all these people. See, make me say, Bei Kun. So because of the assassination, you know, right? Of the who? Anyone?
Yeah, I don't know what the bodyguard doing, sir.
Exactly. You're right, man. Exactly. Good luck to them, no? Hey, good luck to them.
Like the person missed the first gunshot, the bodyguard still stand there, sir. Like didn't do anything also.
Yeah, I think good luck to them. No? I tell you seriously. Good luck to them. Okay.
Don't wear bulletproof vest.
No. I can't tell you much, but I think when I look at the video, I was like a bit shocked. Okay, they are not, to me, they are not well prepared for this. Okay, now let's go. Bei Kun, remember last week we talked about the T. We are talking about globalization here. What is the one T that you have? Bei Kun, let's go. Xing Chen, turn on your camera. Thank you. Xing Chen, you did well this morning. Keep it up. Very good. So come. Bei Kun, what is the one T? There are 60, right? Just like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Xing Chen, you'll be exempted for this one first. So tell me whether it's correct or not when they say the T, okay? Just tell me, Bei Kun, come on, everyone's, what is the T? Why does this globalization need this T effect? Maybe Chelsea, you might start first, Chelsea.
I don't remember the order, but I remember one being
Yeah, no need the order. No need the order. Dear.
knowledge.
Huh? T.
Transfer of knowledge.
Transfer of knowledge. Thank you. Xing Chen, agree now. Xing Chen. What is the question? Transfer of knowledge. Thank you. Agree, Xing Chen? Okay. Next. Can you, Chelsea, when you say transfer of knowledge, can you give one example for globalization? You know why? Because I just saw your paper. It's useful for your SRQ. Okay? Think about it. Transfer of knowledge. All right. Thank you. Zhao Xuan, unless your mic got problem, please talk to me.
Oh, technology.
Thank you. You know why? Because your oral, when is your oral, Zhao Xuan?
I think it's next week.
Hey, brother, don't think lah. Don't everything think leh. Must be confirmed.
It's 18 July.
If you're not sure, then say, let me check. Most likely, if I'm not wrong, it's 18. Don't think, no more thing. All this must be confirmed. You know, like you cannot screw up. No, seriously, all these paper now cannot screw up. You have to make the tips. All right, 18. All right, good luck to you. So same thing, that will be next Monday. So, okay, same thing. Zhao Xuan, thank you. Technology. Xing Chen, do you agree now? Hurry up. I got a lot of things to share today. Got a lot of things. I'm having a bad flu. Sorry. If I halfway through, I go and run to the toilet to take up my mucus. Xing Chen, agree now? Is it technology one of the T? Yes or no? Thank you. Okay, who's next? Who's next? Yang Xiang.
Transport.
Transport. Agree now, Xing Chen. The third T. Hello, Mr. Xing Chen. Thank you. Pei Kun.
Technology.
有人讲了，对不起。So Yang Xiang, you have to tell me why you choose transport in terms of globalization, okay? Give me your explanations and a good example. Same as Xiao Xing and Zhao Xuan. Pei Kun. If you guys did copy my notes last week, then you will know. That's why you need a social study books referring.
Transfer of knowledge.
Transfer 讲了 transfer of knowledge 讲了 Transaction, okay, agree now, Xing Chen. Transaction, he referred to transaction as one of the T. No, okay. Xing Chen say no, okay, never mind. But you still can continue use your transaction to explain our Pei-Kun. Because I'm testing Xing Chen. Xing Chen is an overall in charge to make sure all the T's are approved by means of living in a globalized world. Back to you, Zing. Next will be Danny.
Transport.
Transport. 老板给人家拿了。Can I have my drinks? No, I'm asking my wife to pass the drinks to me. Okay, come on, Zing. Come on, Danny, two of you.
Sure, is teamwork one of them?
Okay, I asked my boss, Xing Chen, is teamwork under globalized world teamwork? Is it one of the T?
Nah, I didn't manage to do it.
Okay,
No, it's back.
Xing Chen, agree or not? Teamwork, yes or no? I didn't say no. Okay, never mind. Danny, you can continue your teamwork. Explain. Okay, Ziying. Oh, stress. Wow, all happy. Ziying, another T for you. Torturing. Tormenting.
Transnational. Transformation from from third world to first world.
Agree now. Is it Xing Chen? Do you agree, Xing Chen? Ziying, say one more time.
Transnational.
Yang Xiang, I want you to use number 1 to number 6 to form into a mini paragraph. Go. Let's go.
Number 1 to number 6.
Yeah. All the T into one paragraph. Zhao Xuan, Bei Kun, Danny, Ziying, Qiao Xing, you all can start typing now and send it to the group now. Go. And Xing Chen also, come. So well done. Those just now, Qiao Xing, you mentioned about transfer of knowledge, right? Okay, so you can use that and then form into the sentence now. Go. I don't think Yang Xiang, your teacher will have been teaching you this to use it. So let's do it. You can use it in your oral, in your English, in your essay. Come. In the 21st century, today's technologies, all transport requires a lot of efforts, the air, land, and sea, in order to transact in a transnational platform. In order to have the transformations from a third world to the first world countries, all countries need to transfer of their knowledge in order to enhance that the trades is able to carry out successfully and smoothly. Therefore, training of workers to understand the technology is very important in order to have a proper transactions. Full stop. I done my part. Okay, get it now? 赵璇，你摇头是什么？我都不懂，你在摇头，可以吗 ？Let's type now. 星辰 please type using all the 6 T into one paragraph. Hey, hello, brother, not like that lah. Hey, brother, not like that lah. But okay lah, you take part lah. Hey, bro. Danny, your teamwork is correct in transport, you see? Well done. And the number 7 is actually the time management. It is also important in globalized world, especially time management in the cyber security and transnational terrorism. Are you all typing? Send to everyone, don't send to me. I may not intend to copy this. So whoever I think is good, please copy down. This is your exam, not my exam. I already give you my example using all the 60 already. So it's not difficult. If I cannot do it, then I agree. If I can do it, means I set the example, so you guys can do it. Xing Chen, are you typing? Xing Chen? Yes, thank you. Pei Kun, are you typing? Yes, all must think, you only left 2.5 months. One more minute. Done, Zhao Xuan, are you done? Zuying done? Danny? No. Chelsea? Yang Xiang? No. Okay, read to the class, please. Chelsea?
Transport in the form of air, land, and sea is important for transactions between nations, allowing transnational growth and prosperity. The transformation from a third to a first world country is facilitated by the transfer of knowledge. All of this is possible due to the developments in technology.
All this is made possible due to the fact of the paradigm shift of technology, okay? Use the word paradigm shift of technology. So transport in the form of air, sea, okay? So all this is made possible due to the paradigm shift of technologies. Well done. Okay, this is a very good sentence. I leave it to you all whether you want to copy or not. Huh? Your turn, Yang Xiang. Can you read to the class, please?
Wait, you say you add all the words together, right?
That's right.
Without advancement in technology, there will be no
Hey, hello,
advance.
brother. Hello, brother.
Yeah.
Order coming on, order coming on. Read like very tonality, right? Without advancement in technology, okay?
Okay.
Read like that, huh? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Without advancement in technology, there will be no advancement in transport, and there will be little to no transactional trade and transactions. Transnational trade and transactions, as well as transfer of knowledge between countries. Therefore, transformation from a third world to first world country will be slowed down.
And deteriorate the economies, okay?
Okay.
And deteriorate the economies. So this advancement of technology will help to enhance, enforce, and ensure that this transaction will help to make the place more productive, more profitable, and perform to the best knowledge of all countries using all these transactions and all the 5M. Thank you. Well done. Right, Bacon, read like a Amor. Answer.
For a country to be globalized, they first need the transfer of knowledge so that they can build on the transport, technology, and time management. It can help a country transform from a third world country to a first world country by transnational transaction.
I don't mind the last two sentences, but the one you say can build on their transfer in technology and time management, you're supposed to spread these three words together if you can. Like what Yang Xiang and Chao Xing do, okay? Okay? Because you are putting transfer and technology, it's just like our dear friend just put 6T ma, the Professor Lee say that globalization is about the 6T ma, 一次全部放到完哦，很厉害了哦。So don't do that, Thank you, Ziying.
Globalization is
Hello, you
about
start your order. 婆婆子音，哎呦，我的孙子。Okay, must be so. 你才16岁啊，宝贝。Do with freedom. Globalization is about the improvement. 请我求求你，你去 order， 你不要The moment you start your mouth will be down already 啊。记住哦，对不起，要改掉这个习惯啊，不是坏啊，我没有讲坏啊，我没有讲坏习惯，是说改掉这个习惯。Okay, let's go.
globalization is about the improvement in technology, the development in transportation and progress. These are done through transactions and the transfer of knowledge between countries. This allows the transformation from third world to first world countries, enabling transnational growth.
Enabling transnational growth rapidly. You know the word rapidly? Adeline. Okay, you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, why I got problem counting? Okay, you have 4 different answers. Well done. Please copy down. Huh? Okay, next, who's turn? Danny, your turn.
As globalization occurs, there is the transfer of knowledge, which leads to a more advanced technology, resulting in the transformation from third world to first world country. However, in order for transactions to happen, transport is very crucial.
Okay, I love the first sentence. It's very, very enriching. Very good, to be honest, not sarcastic. Okay. I feel that this sentence is very useful as globalization occurs. Transfer of knowledge, you see, when you have this globalization, transfer of knowledge is very important because it can use the technology result from the third world. So you are putting the positive effect of having globalization. Well done. But the last sentence you may have add this word will be much better, okay, Danny. However, in order for transnational transaction to happen, transport is very critical and ready? Paramount. You heard of this word paramount? Paramount important. 最顶峰的，最重要的 paramount, P-A-R-A-M-O-U-N-T, paramount important. I don't see why you fail your SS, to be honest. I think it's time management of things. Your sentence is very mature. I really like the first sentence. It's very
I feel by 1 mark.
Yeah, that's why. Honestly, some teacher or whoever will say you deserve it. You know, some teacher or this student deserve it now because I'm not saying you some because I've been marking for so many years and things like that. There are people say, this student deserve it. This student doesn't deserve it. Whatever reason is one thing. Time management. Okay, whose turn now? Left, Xing Chan. You're the last one. Can you please type now? Are you typing just now? Please don't let everyone wait for one another. We got so many things, okay? So everyone, please take your responsibility, okay, and type it and send it because I got other things to share with you all. I thought you typing just now, Xing Chen. Are you done, Xing Chen? Seriously? Why didn't you type just now? We are all waiting. Everyone was typing. What were you doing, my dear? I can't wait for you already. You better type it out while you're listening, okay? Because I don't want to wait like that, okay? Now, next. So Xing Chen, I'm waiting for your answer while I'm talking. Therefore, I strongly believe that communities and individuals plays a vital role to ensure a strong bonding for new Singapore citizens and PR. I think that was last week's questions, if I'm not mistaken. So to be more welcome and felt at home, so that all Singapore new citizens and PR will feel a sense of belonging, a sense of home, we call home, and they will eventually be able to contribute with their hearts and soul to make Singapore a better place to live in, study, work, and carry on with the next generation to contribute back to the society better and more cohesive. Are you ready? Now, these are the 8 questions. Please answer now. So thank you, Xing Chen. Can you read to the class, please, Xing Chen? Go.
As a result of globalization, technology has advanced, allowing for more transfer of knowledge and transport. Many countries were able to leverage this to transform from third world countries to first world countries. Transnational trade and transactions have also become much more prevalent in this globalized world.
Yes, that's the word, more prevalence, getting more awareness. 对吗, Danny? Because of the technology, there's a lot of scam. There's now one way to use like pay now to do transactions in a very seamless and very painless way of doing it. Because 就这个太方便了，对吗？只因太过方便，那些 auntie、uncle、婆婆、爷爷、奶奶就是被骗。Okay, because of this technology, it becomes like a forefront way of like a scam, a hoax, or even threatening to use that to like 绑票 all these things. So that is the last chapter of this whole SS story. Okay. So let's go back to this question. These are helping you to answer. I was thinking all these questions itself. Okay, Qiao Xing, usually are for the SRQ, more to the SRQ, okay? So there are some questions that relate that. Do you think globalization is good to the world? So the last part itself, there's a positive and negative of globalizations or SME, so for MMC. So your conclusion say globalization is good for the world if only people are taking in a positive views by making sure that globalization did not cannibalize. You know what is cannibalize? Have you heard of this word cannibalize? 就是吃掉人家的那些传统 cannibalize other people's cultures and values, right? Do you think globalization is good to Singapore? In fact, after weighing the pros and cons of globalization for Singapore, it is important because without globalization, Singapore cannot work on it. 哦，赵轩，你还没有给我啊？我有忘记了，对不起，宝贝，来读一下。
Transformation from a third world to the first world country is made possible due to developments in technologies. Transnational.
Hello， 你这本人啊，讲这么快做么？你
sorry
来，宝贝，慢慢来。
Transformation from a third world country to first world country is made possible due to the developments in technologies. Transnational transactions are also hence made possible due to the growth of transport. Time management is important. Therefore, we have to make sure that transfer of knowledge between countries are fast and effective.
Very good. But I would prefer the next one. Instead of transnational transactions, I also make possible due because 你第一个 sentence 用 due 了嘛，对吗？第二个 sentence 你不要用 due， 你可以这样的。As a matter of fact, all right? 赵轩, as a matter of fact, transnational transactions are made possible for the reason of growth in transport, something like that. Okay, 不要用 due. Especially when you're writing in English. The examiner thinks that you lack of vocab words. Okay, thank you, sir. So all your 7 answers are there. I leave it to you. You want to copy everything, copy and paste in a Microsoft Word, save it, okay, whatever it is. In fact, all the 7 answers, everyone has certain answers, certain sentences are very good. So I leave it to you guys, okay? So I want to teach as much thing as I can to go along. But halfway through, if you are thinking too fast, please stop me. Please stop me. So number 2, why I feel globalization important? Because I will say this, Singapore cannot be an island by itself. It has to need the exposure right now. You need the exposure right now. Because I will not repeat in case I forget. You need the exposure and the expertise. Okay, right? And the experience from other parts and the expatriates. Expatriates 就是外国那些比较人才来到新加坡。Therefore, globalization is in order to make Singapore to be a stable, successful, and secure country, we need this expertise, exposures, and experienced expatriates to come in. Number 1, like the scientists who have to increase the availabilities of the vaccines, of the discovery, of the research. Okay. Question number 3, why do you think globalization is important? Globalization do have the pros and cons because I think globalization is important because they give us the T that you all mentioned just now, right? Give us a transfer of knowledge from the third country to a first world, or the first world country can help the third world to improve 3 things. Ready? This one are very important, okay? Excuse me, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I did not type wrongly. It's not help. Ready? It's not help. It's HEIP. Okay. Globalization is inevitable and globalization is important because of HEIP. Can you tell me what is these 4 things? Sorry, Ziying. Suddenly my milk got stuck in between my nose. I cannot breathe. Sorry. Come. What is the H? Come on, I'm serious, guys. Bei Kun, Yang Xiang, Zhao Xian, Zixing, Xing Chen, Zhao Xing, Danny, Ziying. What contribute to globalization? Okay, this is also the question 3, 4, 5 is quite similar. What does it know? Number 6. What does it make to have a globalized world? That will be the hybrid. Number 6 will be the hybrid and homologizations. How can globalization impact the world? Which is chapter 11. How can you change the world through globalization as a business person? This is different perspective. I will talk about number 8. Right now, Yang Xiang, help me. Are you ready, Yang Xiang? You saw the word HEIP. It's help, not help. Ready? Okay.
What? Yeah.
Help me to type. Lazy to type. H stand for 健康.
Okay.
What is that?
Health.
Thank you.
Okay.
Please type for me.
Yeah, type ready. Then what? Send.
Thank you. Then E 呢？教育.
Education.
Thank you. 哇，这个华语怎么讲啊？建筑。
Infrastructure.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Wait. I have a.
提高生产力.
What?
提高生产力.
Production. Production.
Yes, productivity.
Oh, productivity.
Write down these 4 children. What is that?
Means very good. Yeah.
It's called 仔驚, is it? Oh, you know Hokkien? Wow, steady. Zhao Xuan, like Ah Bing, 仔驚. Not bad. Okay. I really like you to become very Singlish. Okay, tell me, Pei Kun, under the health, education, infrastructure, and productivity, which one is more important? Pei Kun, not here. Okay, Zhao Xuan. Pei Kun, you're here. Which one is more important? Jenny, which one is more important?
Health.
Thank you. Okay. How about Zhao Xuan?
Infrastructure.
Thank you. How about Ziying?
Education.
Okay. How about Xing Chen? Is it health, educations, infrastructures, or productivities?
Education.
Yang Xiang? Okay, please look at the screen now. Okay, thank you, Yang Xiang. Which one?
Sorry?
Which one is important?
Education.
Okay, 贝坤你讲了吗？哈，你讲了哦。贝坤你有讲了吗？我忘记。贝坤
Haven't yet.
Which one?
I think.
No, I think. I believe. I believe. You are writing an essay. You must be convinced. Which one? Pei Kun.
Education.
Okay, back to you. Last but not least, Xiaoxing.
Health.
为什么?
Because a healthy individual is able to do almost anything that they want to, but if the individual is ill or weak, right, they are unable to accomplish the goals that they have to finish. For example, if you're sick, you cannot go to school, cannot go to work, so your cannot build up infrastructure, the education is not working, and productivity is low because you're sick.
Who choose education? Ziying. Thank you. Ziying, you choose education, right? Why?
Because like education is important. Like you can teach the people, then they can learn stuff and be trained to do work.
Okay, thank you. Zhao Xuan, you choose infrastructure, right? Why? Can't hear you, sorry. Why infrastructure? Okay, while you're waiting for your friends to answer, question 1 to 7, please type in as much as all your answer. Which one you want to do, just answer. I want to see how you answer this 1 to 7. Number 8 is how can you change the world through globalization as a business person? So this is not really tested in your school. This is more to a higher level. So after learning chapter 8, 9, 10, 11, or whole entire social study, how are you going to apply, imply, supplies, and reapplies all your this knowledge into as a businessman? Okay, I want to hear from you. Okay, that's one is a bit higher order thinking of the question number 8. Yes, yes, Shan.
So it's like good infrastructure equals to like good transport, and then more efficient delivery of more efficient like movement of goods.
I'm listening. No, I close my eyes, but I'm listening. Any more? That's all.
I don't know how to explain now.
讲华语啦。
Yeah, no more.
That's all. Okay. Honestly, I feel that Jiao Xing, I'm not against your answer. Your answer is good. Always remember, education is the most paramount important. You can have a healthy citizen, but they do not know how to educate themselves and continue to keep fit. They do not know what kind of medicine to take, all these things. You know, there's recently a group of Indian in India, Pakistan, because of one of the nephew died of Ziying. This nephew died because the mother was uneducated. So he gave the expired medicines to the niece, to the boy, and end up the boy died. Because the ladies in Pakistan were not allowed to have educations. So you have a healthy citizens, good, but you do not educate them in a proper way. You get what I mean? Eventually their health will be deteriorate if you do not have a proper educating them what kind of food to eat, whether you must eat what kind of food will cause high cholesterol or diabetes or things like that. So education is still the forefront right now. Education is the forefront to all globalized world right now, education. Now you know why education is so important, because if that countries do not have the group of educated people, you will not develop doctors, lawyers, engineers, professional people to have the capability and ability to build the infrastructures. Agree not, Zhao Xuan? You need the educations to be able to fulfill the productivity and the health as well as the infrastructures. When Lee Kuan Yew took over in 1965, the first thing is that he built a lot of factories, things like that. Yes. Yes, I agree with you, Zhao Xuan. Totally agree with you. But you see, Zhao Xuan, I was about to add into your point. When they start to build infrastructure to bring people in, the first thing is that people come to Singapore to invest that time, Zhao Xuan, okay? It's because our manpower is cheap. Everything is good, right? But you need to train the worker how to operate the machine, correct, Zhao Xuan? You need people to understand how the machines, how the whole structure works, how to do banking, all these things. You need a very well-skilled, educated workforce. So as time goes by, the previous generation built onto it, and today that's why you see educated. Very simple, Zhao Xuan. Not because you guys are all from China or what Chinese. I'm always very close to my Chinese, China. So you know, last time they call us 东亚病夫, Zhao Xuan, right? Li Xianglong的所谓的时代. Then we talk about it, why the education, a lot of people are very uneducated, right? If you guys study history, Danny, you know, right? The kulaks, right? The peoples in Stalins, why there are revolutions? It's all because of the educations, the ideologies that motivates people to change and transform. All right, it's because of education that transform technology, transform the third world to the first world. So I feel education is the most important, seriously. All right, so I'm not against you, Jiao Xing, okay? I know health is definitely important. But then you see, after that, Lee Kuan Yew start to build a lot of schools, to bring a lot of expertise, experts to come to Singapore to teach. to build up. Now, until today, you see, you realize until today, your parents are one of the very super good example. They are super well educated. Why? Because the government need their brains. Singapore has no natural resources. Therefore, your parents is the one reason why they are here, besides the safe and sound good country here, right? So they are building on the second generation of you. Of course, today I have a very nice, healthy, happy, and harmonious relationship, a family, all thanks to a good environment. This environment is because 弟子规, 三字经, 对吗? All the educations to build out a very healthy relationship. Yes, there's this topic called is health being the wealth of it. So nothing wrong. So nothing wrong, Jiao Xing, nothing wrong, Zhao Xuan. Very good example. There's no right or wrong answer. I just want to convince my answer has education. Ziying, I did not ask Yang Xiang and the rest of you. Ziying, your answer is still not convincing enough. Okay, but you already hit, let's say if you are talking to a you see, when I talk to you, my mucus stuck in my mouth again. Basketball. So sorry. So Pei Kun, sorry. So you see, why I want to talk? Since now I forgot already. What I want to say, Ziying? Oh, your education. You see, imagine you're in the interview room or you're doing oral examination. If the teacher like to talk about health, education, and you say education, you already clear one obstacle already. Okay, but please, during your oral examination time, always use the so then how. So education is important because then and how it helps. So you see, Jiao Xing use the so then how, no, seriously. So I feel that healthcare is this, then, you know, and then how it was this. So well done, Jiao Xing. You continue to talk like that, people will convince of what you say. Okay, let's go through these questions. I would like you to type. If not, you don't feel like typing, please say it. Okay, let's go. Oh, I got to take my medicine. Don't look at these questions. I've been researching this question through Google, through all the websites based on my experience. This is a conclusion for the SRQ. Please, I hope the 7 of you take it seriously and answer my questions. Okay, if you don't, it's fine with me. Like I say, I'm not taking the exam. You guys are taking the exam, okay? You can choose 1 to 7. Okay, while you're thinking of 1 to 7, let me explain to you how number 8 is very important as a business partner. Jiao Xing, one of them is about sustainability. Agree? Yeah. Right? That is the reason. And is it true it covered in the globalizations as well as diversity, right? The food and others, right? Thank you. Question 8 is like, you know, the PSLE, PSLE math always got a very, very tough question, right? Those questions then damn stupid. Recently, my friend sent a math question to me at Zhao Xing. He gave me an answer. Michelle have what this is this. You know how I reply? I got the answer, you know. Please ask Michelle. She's the one who buy the marker and pen. I do not know how much. 鸡蛋糕嘞，叫我 solve math problem 哎。哇 then the day of meet 他说 please don't give me math question。好了吗，星辰 ？1 to 7， 快点，不要看你的 other handphone 了，看这个来。1 to 7。Yang Xiang, same, come, let's do. Danny as well, Pei Kun, everyone. I hope you guys have copied the rest of the 7 answers just now about the 60. Yeah? Oh, I think I have too much honey. As a business partners, I think I would not want to have xenophobia. Agree now, Jiao Xing? It's one of the topics, you see? Anyone applying for EAE here? Anyone applying for EAE? Only you ah? Well, the rest not interested ah? Aiyo, Pei Kun, how you get into the second interview? So you need help ah? You can forward to me ah? If anyone need help, please let me know ah?
Wait, Chia, can we say that like globalization started as early as when Raffles landed to Singapore?
Oh yeah, of course. Of course. But that one now, actually don't call globalization, you call colonization. True not? It colonized people more than globalized, do they?
Yeah, but then like how do you link it? Like cause with him coming
I
here,
will
there's
not-
trade.
I know. I think it's not true. I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying referring to you. I feel that it's more on the colonizations using power to dictate, because they are making use the opportunity to get rid of one ruler and control and become. Can I use this word now? Puppet ruler. You know, puppet ma control. But globalization don't really puppet ma, because they have to sign an agreement that must be a win-win 对不对？So to me, Stanford Raffles 是因为那个时代，因为有 Dutch 啦、colonize 啊、France 啊、German 啊，所以他们也要兼睹为一块。Children, have you seen this work before? No? Write down, please. Write down. This is links to question 8. 小新，你有没有看过这个字啊？ What does it mean? You know that? 小新 What does it mean?
I'm not very sure the exact meaning, but something that you do not like the people who so you do not like gays or lesbians, right?
Yeah, you're right. Correct. And then you give lousy comments to them. Sarcastic and mocking at them. Well done. Homophobic. You may see this word if let's say it come out in exam or anywhere, so please take note. Because recently I saw this as Chelsea in some of the TikTok, Facebook, and even in news. Okay, and one of them is in my soccer, football. Okay, come, give me the answer, Xing Chen. First one, which question you want to attend? 1 to 7.
2.
Sensei. All right. By right, these are all your homeworks for your this weekly homework. So I'm forcing you to think and write. Xing Chen, are you giving me the answer? Pei Kun, which one? My boy, 坤哥，哪一题要做？快点。
7.
Yes, please. 来讲。
Like globalization like can help ideas like spread faster and raise the living standards of people around the world. Like, and it also can spread like idea and knowledge faster. Yeah.
Thank you. Wow. You suddenly give me this one. Anyone can tell me what is the A and W effects? Thank you, Pei Kun. What you say just now suddenly give me these two words. Very powerful. You will definitely agree with me on Pei Kun. But now they also got this effect also. 猜得到我请你喝一杯 Starbucks。真的 a fact one. And this today topic we're talking about globalization. Come on. 赵璇, 金晨, while you're typing your answer. Yang Xiang, which question are you doing? Oh, 不要这样嘞，我在流鼻涕啦，不要一直叫我 repeat 好吗？各位
The sixth one.
大哥大姐，麻烦你哦，你可怜 Uncle Raymond 啊 ，OK， 救你，我真的很辛苦哎，我一直 OK， 谢谢你 Number 6 OK。Tao Xing, you might read to the class, please. Thank you so much. Question 7, yes.
Globalization impacts the world in 3 main ways: through the country's economy, then also got through country's culture, and through
No, read the whole
country's
sentence that you type. All the sentence.
through the country's economy caused by the growth of MNCs and SMEs in the countries. Globalization might also lead to transnational terrorism due to the world becoming closer because of the developments in transport. Globalization could also erode a community's culture due to the influx of ideas of other countries, but at the same time could also lead to borrowing of other countries' cultures.
Yes, well done. You also talk about the A and W effects. You know what is that now, Chao Xing? Yo, what's up, man? Come on, we are here together with the 50 star and the blue and the red white stripe. Yo, what is that? 只因我唱到这么辛苦，你也不懂我在讲什么。你要我再 rap 多一次吗？
Is it American and Westernization?
Right, man. Yo, you got it, man. You see, I dance then you see, I say, well done. 接下来，各位宝贝 is thank you to 贝坤 and Chao Xing. You see, it's all about Americanization and Westernization. Now, there's a different now, Danny. Don't tell me spelling different, I tell you. Okay, 贝坤 Chao Xing. What's the difference between the Americanizations and the Westernization? We hold on to it. What about the K and the C effects? Uncle, you forgot to put KFC. What is the K and the C effect? I cannot stand it on my wife now having the K and C effect. Damn 闲呢。贝坤，你笑什么笑？哎，他不理
Not
我。
sure what's C, but K means the Korean wave.
Well done. 안녕하세요. Sorry. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, G Dragon and Uncle Raymond. Yeah. 还有鹿晗。Okay, Korean effect. What about the C?
China.
Yes, you are right. You are absolutely right. No, serious. Every morning, my wife will turn on the China drama and let me watch, which is good, very interesting. Some of them very interesting. Danny 是真的，因为我每次看到那些美女，哇，那时候他就跟我换掉了，真是的。因为我看到那些俊男，我要换掉，他打我的手。Okay, but anyway, joke aside, huh? Why do you think? Okay, thank you, Chao Xing, you're right. Remember the Korean wave is inside your textbook, right? Yeah, right. And I won't be surprised, children. Maybe in 10 years' time, the book will change to China wave, China pop, C drama pop. Seriously, you know why? Very simple, because the country here, we are talking about investing, involving, and what? The interest in Chinese culture and speaking the language. Trust me. 你有听过中国好声音吗？ I tell you 啊，贝坤跟赵璇，我妈妈每天 Saturday 很喜欢看到哦，那24个美女站在那边，连那个男的在那边找那个美女，你懂那个什么？那是红娘、啊。
那个爱情三重奏是吗？
啊，对 ，something， 连那个主持人是比我头发少的啦，那个啦。啊。
Hey, my father, I just watched like yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, right? Then this guy was talking, like very nice, I was choosing the girlfriend, and all the girls are so pretty. Then I should go there next time. Okay, joke aside, okay, na 跟来读。No need that. Then 它有杂技对吗？还有那个表演 all these things. You realize they are coming up all this, and then 中国武术啦 all the TV dramas, TV series, movie. You see, they are having the wave. So you can see the K and the C are taking the A and the W. Now realize the K and the C are both Asians effect. Okay, but whereas the Americanizations is very straightforward. Starbucks, Dell Computer, HP, McDonald's. Okay, whereas the W effect, the Western effect is the Reebok, Rolls-Royce, Tesla is not, and what else? All the insurance company like Prudential, all this. Okay, AIA is of course is American, so there's a big difference. Okay, number 6. Thank you, Yang Xiang. Can you read to the class, please? Yang Xiang?
My one.
Yeah, not my one. Please, for goodness sake, you already don't say my 1, my 2, my 3, my 4. 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter Indian. Come on.
With development in technology, sorry, it's not off. I typo. There will be developments in transport. I keep saying off. In transportation, thus encouraging transnational trade, transaction, and transfer of knowledge between countries. All these help to drive and encourage globalization.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Anyone? Okay, so Chelsea, you know, the Americanization and Westernization will come out in the future, something like they're taking, like what you said, eroding. You're right, so in order not to erode, they might be hybrid or homonizations. But then again, wherever it is, they'll come into a very big word called xenophobia. That's very important. Why? That's very important. Why? Because we need to carry out this xenophobia. Because we still need the expertise, the expatriates, okay, the foreigners to come to Singapore. We are talking about Singapore first. But to be honestly, Chelsea, in this world, not just Singapore, all countries need each and every one. But because of their citizens, because of their governments, their policies of engagements to migrants are different with other countries. Reason because they don't want to get overpopulated and took over the locals' jobs or their so-called their daily routine jobs or whatever. Because globalization, as what you mentioned, not only the cultures, not only the values, but it also can affect a community that, like what you mentioned, totally it might erode. I told you before, like this last week, did I tell you about the Rwanda, the Hotel Rwanda? Yeah, you go and check it out. You know me. Thank you, Danny. Let's go.
I think globalization is good to Singapore. Even though Singapore is a first-class country, it depends mainly on overseas investment.
Stop. First-class economic countries. First-class economic. Okay, sorry. Yeah, before I forget. Yeah, carry on.
Even though Singapore is the first-class economic country, it depends mainly on overseas investment and trade to build up its economy, which allow Singapore to become a developed world. These trades and foreign investments are brought to Singapore through globalization.
Yes. I feel some more word to add in.
Without globalization, Singapore wouldn't have the money to
I would prefer to use this word. I agree. I was thinking something like that, but not your side. Without globalization, Singapore will not have the ability and capability. I can't think of it the last few words. Sorry, suddenly my mind blocked. I think the jobs coming in already. Oh, I was thinking that these trades and foreign investments are brought to Singapore through globalization without a doubt. Without a doubt, okay, that is a must, it's compulsory. Okay, without globalization, Singapore will not have the ability and capability, okay, to attract investments. Because due to what? Because why people come to Singapore? Because we have an educated workforce. That's the thing, okay? Very simple, Danny. You will want to put a money in a bank that is got all the good facility, right? You know Swiss Bank? You heard of Swiss Bank? Oh, please, that you must know how. Swiss Bank is one of the most richest, the best bank. Even the secret society or the bad guy or whatever I heard, will put their money in there. Okay, Switzerland. Okay, it's one of the most richest bank. If you can work in, because I know I was working there in Switzerland, Bank of Switzerland, this in Singapore. Okay, I was working there. I tell you, seriously, oh, just totally different. Guys, if you are love banking, if you have the chance to work in Bank of Switzerland, I tell you, who not only can go Switzerland for holidays and things like that. It's really beautiful. I enjoy working there for a short period of time there, to work with them, not as a staff there, but it's really different, guys. It's really different. You feel, whoa, feel good. You know where not, Ziying? At Raffles Place. You know Raffles Place? Wow, nice, wow, 那边有很多俊男美女。Including me lah, don't be so bad lah. I'm also one of them, correct now. Because I have to wear tie, comb my hair, put nice perfume, nice leather shoe, walk there. Hey, Danny, that's like all power dressing one. All the bad is very hard to pronounce one. Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Hermes, okay? All expensive brand. No. You guys should experience this. It's not about being materialistic. Seriously, you will feel it. Shock. But uncle 老了了哈，这个我已经过了，我已经更年期了。来，赵璇，哇，真的嘞，新加坡如果没有 globalization you see from Sir Stamford Raffles until now, Danny, you're right. 如果新加坡是在好像 Bangkok 还是在鸟不生蛋的地方呢 ？Who I want to go on, Danny? 住了。对 ，Next 赵璇。
Yes, indeed. Singapore is a small country with no natural resources. Therefore, globalization will be of the utmost importance to Singapore. Singapore can make use of globalization to expand their economics and transfer knowledge from other countries to improve their own technologies and transportation. The improvements of technologies can also boost transnational transaction, which is very important for Singapore to transform from third world country to first world.
哇，你很爽哦，你用那个 60用的很爽啊。很爽哦，好用吗？好用哦，很顺哦。时事不是时事，时事不是时事不是时事。虎松打虎不打虎，打虎下老虎，老虎破破虎。哇，绕口令啊！Well done. I'm very proud now. All of you can use this to enhance, ensure, and elaborate on your conclusion. Well done. Any more? Any more? Waiting. While waiting for the rest, I continue. Xing Chen, Bei Kun, and Ziying, you can, and who else? Yang Xiang done already, right? How many done already? 4 of you done already. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Now, development in transportations improvement made in the size and speeds. I want to talk about transportation here today is because beside the air, land, and sea, which one do you think is the most paramount important to Singapore? Wow, my mucus is coming back again. Every time when I want to call Ziying, my mucus starts again. Ayo, very bad are you? No, just kidding. Which one is important 啊，小新？海陆空哪一个对新加坡的贸易最重要？
I feel that it's air.
哦，好，赵璇，空啊，
Air.
空是色，色是空，阿弥陀佛。开玩笑，开玩笑。
空即是色，色即是空。
师傅好，咱们走吧。蜈蚣去看一下那个猪八戒在哪儿 ？OK， 开始开玩笑，幸亏乔欣没有喷出来那个水。OK， anyone？ 杨香 ，Air, Land and Sea, which one？ sorry 赵璇 ，when I was teaching in school, I also sometimes behave like that. You know what my students say? Here goes again, Mr. Sean, go crazy again.
Air.
Air, okay. 星辰 Air, Land and Sea, which one？ 哪一个对新加坡的贸易最重要？来高华的
C
C 讲华文。
水
海啦 ，Oh my god！
水，
我的华文差。
他故意的，鸡蛋糕。水，我幸亏我没有喝水。OK， 海 OK。贝坤呢？讲了吗
Water
？Water OK。Danny？
Initially, I think it's water, but later I think it's air.
Awkward. OK，子英
Water.
哇，你2个 boyfriend 都要啊？你很贪心嘞，你只能选一个 boyfriend，快点。你看赵轩，你看你这个朋友很贪心啊，海陆空都要，你看。
No, I just said water.
Danny 啊 I expect you to choose water, no. Why you suddenly change to air? In fact, 海是对新加坡最重要的。从 Sir Stamford Raffles 到现在目前为止 ，seriously, you know why? A lot of transportation is all in Tanjong Pagar, all this the container. 那个海运是最重要的，因为海运是最便宜的，所以比较安全一点，对吗？哎，虽然那个旅程是比较久一点，比较长途一点 ，OK， 对吗？好，讲英文来 ，Danny。Why do you think sea is important to Singapore? Because sea is the starting from Sir Stamford Raffles until now, it is always the mainstream right now. It's the mainstream. Okay, it's the core. That's why the government spent millions of dollars to improve the PORT, the ports, right? Yeah, the airports, which is your right, Chao Sing, is because maybe I want to hear from you. Why you choose air?
Because Singapore being like it's like Singapore is how to say pit
HUV.
stop for a lot of the flights around the world. Is that right word? No. It's like when
Singapore airport, you're right. Second, I think the second best airport in the world. Yes.
yeah, then since Singapore is a small island, the land transportation is not really very important when we talk about globalization. Then seaports, there are quite a lot of other countries in the Southeast Asia that they can stop by also. However, like being like Singapore is the place where a lot of people would choose to land and take a second flight on a journey that's like quite long now.
Okay, first of all, do you know Malaysia and Thailand, they actually want to cut across the canal, like the Suez Canal. But it will never work, seriously, Beikun. It will never work. 我跟你讲，等到你老了Beikun, 你交登记，你死掉了我相信 Malaysia 跟 Thailand will never work one. 不是在诅咒他们I'm not cursing that this will work. First of all, you have to understand the history between Malaysia and Thailand and the people living there. When they cut the Suez Canal in Egypt, that's a different like 赵璇，因为那个 canal 是在 Egypt 嘛，对不对？现在他看那个 canal so called between Malaysia and Thailand， 就是2国要分担，对不对？好像新加坡要做那个 expressway or MRT to Johor, the same thing. So well, I feel that because of sea, because you know a lot of pirates. Chao Sing, you have to understand few years ago, this one can you Google? There's this called Malacca Port. You know 马六甲，听过吗？子怡，马六甲。Okay, that time when Malacca they spent a lot. They even asked the China Best Constructions to create the best Malacca port in Malaysia. Wow, very cheap on everything. You know that this called logistic company called Evergreen. You go and type Evergreen. Okay, they call one of these Mercer or Evergreen. They transfer the whole entire fleet from Singapore to Malacca. But less than a few years later, I heard, I may be wrong, I don't know what, you have to check. They came back to Singapore again. Why? Very simple, corruption. Get it now? It's about corruption. I'm so sorry. Sometimes it's not corruption.
I still see that cut in Malaysia though.
Sorry?
I still see that cut in Malaysia, like rarely.
Cut you mean cut what?
The evergreen cut.
In Malacca, right?
No, in like Malaysia, like in whole Malaysia.
Yes, they will have. They will have, but they will move, if I'm not mistaken, Evergreen will be going everywhere. But but whether they want to place their main concentration, their headquarters, their expertise, their technology, will they want to invest in Malaysia? Danny, if you are the CEO of the company when you become an adult, right? Will you want to place your investment, everything? Let's say your HQ asks you, okay, Miss Yang, where shall we go? Will you think of Singapore or think of Malaysia? Oh, yeah.
Singapore.
Your daddy is working in Malaysia, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Was it you?
Yeah.
Why Singapore? But your daddy is Malaysian, or why you support Singapore?
I mean, depends. If it's like oil factory and everything, I think it'll be Malaysia. But like,
Because of cheap labor costs, right?
and like the land spaces.
Hmm.
But then if it's other things like business,
And finance, right? Money.
yeah, I think it'll be Singapore.
Correct, no? Now you understand? Because I can proudly say Singapore is one of the least corrupted country in the world. I say least, not 100%, maybe not 100% yet, but 99% is very good with you, or even 90%, 对吗？赵璇 right? 相信吗? I believe in any part of the world sure got corruption one, 逃不了. This is like a habit. Okay, this is a habit. Nobody can be like Mr. Lee Kuan Yew like that. Very hard. Okay, last time in PAP, I heard there are also a few people corrupted and end up, of course, they went to jail. I tell you, 人做天在看。OK， 钱是拿不进棺材的，你吃多少是命中注定。你那个字贪变成就是你的名誉损失了 ，your reputation is gone. If today Singapore is corrupted, I won't be talking to all of you here with you. You'll be in another place with you. And I won't be bothered to talking to you because you might be one of the corrupted people. True enough. But because we are all here, because we believe Singapore will educate you in a more healthy and good environment. That's the purpose. Thank you so much. All right, back to you, Zhi. Can we do the class, please?
Singapore seaports and airports allow for that.
Globalizations. Oh, I thought you finished it.
Globalization is inevitable because as technology becomes more and more advanced, more people would be able to connect with each other more easily. When more people have an easier access to communicating with one another, there will be more transfer in knowledge and culture shared between people from all over the world. Furthermore, the development of technology and transportation becomes easier and more accessible for people and companies to travel to different countries. Hence, globalization is inevitable.
Yes, we make the world to become a global right now, a global village right now. We make become a global village. It's being interconnected together. All right. So I'm not sure. Thank you for telling your explanations of the air. Land is definitely not so critical in Singapore, especially if you are talking about in Indonesia, also not. But maybe in US, you realize US are all connected because of 49 states. All 48 states are connected. China is confirmed, right? But China, but certain parts because of the mountainous area and things like that. Same as Taiwan. That's why you see, agree on Chelsea, China got a lot of bullet train now, right? They connect, right? So this is to them, land is the cheapest means for especially 那些村民农村的 farmers, all these people who stay in the villages, right? To allow them for easy accessibility. Very important, very true. Okay, so I feel that seaport is more important than airport and land transport in Singapore. Okay. So let's talk about this globalized alertness. Can you copy down this? I wouldn't say it can be found anywhere here, but this is my response to tensions. Chapter 11, how do we respond to tensions arising from some security impacts of globalizations? Now, okay, while waiting, only a few of them sent in. So Xingzhen and the rest, they haven't sent in yet. Global security, why is it important to me and the world? So write down this word alerts. In case you want to use any of these global terrorism, trans-terrorisms or terrorists, first, you must be aware what is happening to my surrounding. I use the word alert. I leave it to you how you alert, aware. So if one of the questions come out in terrorism, so are you aware of your surrounding? Okay, who was the one? Zhao Xuan, Yang Xiang, Yang Xiang? Yang Xiang, are you there? Yang Xiang, you're very alert, You're saying the policeman in the Japan, the Shinzo Abe, right? One shot, bang, two shot already, you see? You see, they are not aware of what they're surrounding. True enough. That's why there's a security breach. If they are aware of the surrounding, one bang, of course, straight away, all the bodyguard will cover the Mr. Shinzo Abe. Right? Okay, never mind, add in the, okay, forgot to add, okay, it's okay, never mind. So it's question number 7. All right, 对吗, Yang Xiang? Right, so it's not aware. First, next one, learn to identify the level of threats. The bodyguards, okay, I'm so sorry I used the example now for the Shinzo Abe. Okay, first, the bodyguard might not aware of the surrounding, what happening with the shootings. Next, the level to identify the threats. Remember SG Secure, this one may come out in your exam. I told you this year O-level, very high chance to have the last chapter in your SS that will come out in one of the SPQ or SRQ. Xingchen, what are the 3 things for SG Secure? What are the 3 things for SG Secure? Do you remember?
I can't remember.
Okay, how about Pei Kun? What is SG Secure taught you?
Repeat the question.
Which are the 3 things? Do you remember? Danny, Yang Xiang, anyone? Chelsea? SG Secure.
I think one of them is run, right?
Yes. Write down.
Run, hide, tell.
Yes. Level to identify the levels. Learn to identify the level of threats. Run, hide, and tell. And recently, I'm taking my first aid course exam for my police end of this month. Okay, for this member of the public, people like you, when you see a terrorist attack, you all run, hide, and tell. For policemen can run, hide, and tell. I run faster than then you see Ziying, hey, Uncle Raymond, 你跑这么快啊？对呀，I'm running and hide and tell. It's like, aren't you a policeman? I should not be run hide and tell. Like, can't imagine someone is injured. The fellow, 警察先生，对不起 I need to run hide and tell. 鸡蛋，你怎么可以？我受伤了。赵轩，我跟你讲，我被酸了。TikTok， 哇，警察跑掉啊！没有用 coward. Of course, I cannot run, right? I must go and protect. Okay, and what else? And save the life, correct now? And also what? And of course, hide the injured person from another attack. 难道我这样来？被困。Hey, terrorist, come here. Here got one injury. Got one injury. Come, shoot here. Come. There's like one more. Here one more. But don't you shoot everyone. Don't shoot me, because I'm going to run and hide and tell. Bye. Well, Danny, I tell you, what kind of policeman is this, man, Uncle Reno? All right, so remember, when the member is running, the police should not be run, hide, tell. The police should be what? Run, of course, run. Run to the person, if can, kill the terrorist or capture the terrorist, correct? But we are not Superman, right? I'm just giving an example like that.
Run, take RPG and shoot.
RPG, 你看太多 COD 了. Okay, next. Ensure safety for all of lives in Singapore, right? Remember, that is our duty. Respond immediately to help others where terror or disaster occurs. That's the one. Okay, Danny, not to run away and let the injured members of the public get killed by the terrorists. I think this is horrible. Hey, don't laugh, man. I think the other countries, some people are recently Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, I heard the president ran away from the country, and all the citizens of Sri Lanka ran inside to the presidential palace. Wow, jump into the swimming pool and swim. I like that. Run, aim, and shoot. I like that.
Didn't Ukraine one also went away from the country? Like there's a lot. What?
Which one?
The Ukraine one. The president of
Ukraine citizen run away fine, but the president.
No, I mean the president also went away. What? There was rumors he went to Poland. Whatever.
That one, no, he actually fight with the members, with the people.
Like after that Facebook post, like after that post, they say he went to what, Poland.
Oh, is it? I didn't follow after that.
I don't know. I heard it.
But I remember he still stayed in Ukraine. But you see, if this type of leader stay in Ukraine and fight, he's really a leader. But if a leader run away and then took over, you see, it's really bad. This country is in chaos. Anyway, Sri Lanka is in chaos. Okay, definitely. You see, after they are fighting internal civil war with the Tamil Tiger, after that the Tamil Tiger was get rid of this. Then they run the whole country as one united people. But it doesn't seem like, okay, that shows something, their policy is still screwed up. That's all I say. Right, so last but not least, tell and show people the step to take to prevent terrorist attack. Okay, so take note of this alert. You can come out your aberrations on how, this is how I use it, tell my student. You must be aware of your surrounding, learn to identify the threats, ensure the safety, respond immediately, and tell and show people where to run, hide, and tell. So this one, don't be surprised because of the reason now with the cases like, do you know Pei Kun and Zhao Xuan and Tiao Xing, Yang Xiang, Xing Chen, Danny, and Zhi? Sure way, my Sec 2 student can tell me this, Tiao Xing. Uncle Raymond, this Shinzo Abe assassination is very similar to one of the president.
Isn't it the what do you call it, the World War One, that one?
No. Oh, no. Okay, good. Hey, I didn't think of that. No, well done. Not the Frederick. No. Not the Abraham.
John F. Kennedy.
You already go all the way to the history.
Oh, Kennedy?
Yes. Chelsea, you say Kennedy? You say Kennedy, Chelsea? Yes. Sorry. Though they are very similar, go in front and shoot. These two are different. A bit different. Okay, but in a way, yes. One is a present president, the other one is an ex-prime minister. Okay, a bit different, not because of that difference. They're different agenda when they assassinate the leaders. Okay, so this is my alert. Take note of this one. Okay, can you copy this one here and take all the notes here if possible? SS safety. You go and read this. Okay, it's very dry, children. It's very dry. There is a possibility like some of the point can help you. I'm still searching on notes on all this here. Transnational terrorism is a serious threat. Okay, that's true. Take note of this Al-Qaeda as an example of the US September 11 attacks. Okay, self-radicalizations of citizens. That means you change the mindset of the person to hate someone. So Danny, that guy who killed Abe, I heard it's got to do with religions. I haven't found out what's the real cause of it. I heard. Then my mom told me it's because it was due to that a wrong motive. I tell you.
He said what? He said he wanted to kill that ex-prime minister because at first he wanted to kill someone from that religion, but then he couldn't like get close to any of them, so he went and killed the ex-prime minister.
So that's why you see self-radicalization already. So the self-radicalizations is a very bad thing. Once you're brainwashed and propaganda, it's very serious, no, seriously. So Danny, you agree with me now, religion is the most serious one. Oh, right. Religions don't care whether what kind of race. You can be the same color with me, but if I against my religions or whatever, I will kill you. So I feel that religions, race, and terrorism, it's all started of religions. That's why it calls anti-race and create terrorism. In my opinion, yeah, correct, no? Very good. So you see, because of it related the organ, usually in Japan are all to do with religion. 就像你听过那个白莲教吗？那个天地会这样那个 against the Qing dynasty， it's very simple。even 白莲教，你看黄飞鸿他都有讲那个什么那个 the god come down， the deity come down， they 上身跳那个东西。So this is okay. I mean, sorry, we don't go too far with that, but it's a way that religions has been prophesied like, oh, you are against my whole religions, therefore you get rid. So that's why terrorism comes in when most of the time they are saying the Muslim are the one who terrorize or Chelsea. It's wrong though. Terrorists don't come from Muslim, right? Remember you do your essay question now, the SRQ, right? You see the Google, right? The people there. Yeah, very sensitive. So I'm also managing the transnational terrorism preventive measures. How do you prevent this kind of attack? So this is why in ICA we have all the technologies to prevent all these unnecessary things that are going to happen. So before, right, prevention is better than cure. Therefore, it is better to prevent it to happen. So how? So a very strong, good technologies to scan through all the vehicles coming to Singapore. At the same time, we have sniff dogs and a very hawk eyes ICA officer to keep a lookout of suspicious people or parcel. It's not easy. Seriously, not easy. I always ask my officer, hey sir, how you do it? I say very tough. So when you spot it, sometimes this guy can just drove the car and just go and bang against you. Or even take something, a weapon to attack you. So you see, the officers are really, you see, look here. Does it make sense now? See, does it make sense? Right? The respond and tells, okay, and learn to identify. So not easy. So same thing, girls, especially the two girls, when you go home late at night, always must be alert of your surrounding and check whether, so when you go into the lift, your back don't face behind. You turn over, lift open already, then your eyes look outside, scan through, then you go in. You know what I'm talking about, Danny and Z. 你进去电梯的时候，不用你的屁股 face 外面了，你的屁股 face 那个 lift 里面，你眼睛看外面。Same to the guy, okay, you are scanning through. Okay, this is how I go home at night. 我怕人这样molest我，所以我要这样做。Okay， 怎么？我虽然长得很难看，可是我还有一点美色，对吗？赵学。OK， 谢谢。你的笑就是同意。Okay, you are not surprised. And it is reliable. Thank you. Okay, let's do about this one here. Transnational terrorism is all about preventive, right now, protective, and responsive. Okay, so take note of these three words. PPR. You prevent a crime, a terrorist to happen. You protect the infrastructures, the property, and the citizen. You respond to like volunteer. Anyone here from Red Cross, NCC, learn about first aid? You guys can save a life. Hey, Yang Xiang, shooting need to learn first aid, right? Is it true? Is it true?
We had to do like a like for me, I did like a, cause it's my CCA then we did like a 4-month long safety course, then have to pass like a test first before can even hold gun.
Correct. So there's it, first aid, same thing. So you know the gunshot wound in case people misfire, what must you do, correct? Right. So happen, Yang Xiang touch you, happen that if let's say Singapore got being have a terrorist attack and then someone open fire, not terrorist attack, you know, sometimes now people crazy, fighting on the street like Muay Thai like that. MMA, wow, like nobody business, fight here, fight there, very funny. Okay, so take note of this. So these are preventive, protective, and responsive. Okay. This is the one that Xiaoxing, your teacher went through the answer with you, already, right? Okay, so you sit back and relax and hear what your classmates say for extract 1. Okay, I'm very tired. Pei Kun, can you read the extract 1 to the class, please?
While tough measures are in place to reduce the country's vulnerability to transnational terrorist threats, countries should also be prepared to deal with damages or harm brought about by acts of terrorism.
So what kind of question, Qiren, Zhao Xuan, Xing Tan on the camera, Yang Xiao, Ziying, and Danny, what kind of question do you think you will want to create to base on extract 1? Think about it. What kind of question would you want to create for this kind of extract 1? So since Xiaoxing, you don't need to answer, because this is from your questions. Okay. So you also can think if let's say you want to, what kind of questions beside the one in your school exam? Extract 2, Zhao Xuan.
While McDonald's wasn't the first franchise business. French fries.
No, French fries. No, French fries.
Franchise.
Franchise, not French fry. Franchise. Sorry, not your fault. 因为我的舌头跟我的 jaw stays down until 很 tired. Okay, while McDonald's wasn't the first franchise business.
While McDonald's wasn't the first franchise business, it has become the premier example. Premier example of business model. With routes that trace back to Southern California, drive-in started by brothers Dick and McDonald's. McDonald's has grown to a network of well over 38,000 locations in more than 120 countries.
So what kind of question would you think they come out of this? Okay, sorry, I'll go back to extract 1. So I start off. This kind of question, the tough measures are in place of country vulnerability transactions, transnational terrorists should be prepared to deal with damage and harm about the acts. So I will come up, excuse me, I will come up with questions about how to prevent the methods or way to prevent terrorism. 2 ways. Okay, for extract 2 here, this is more to like homogenization and hybridizations, taking over culture. Let's read on number 3, please. May I have Danny, please?
People often call English the international language of business, and it's increasingly true as international trade expands every year, bringing new countries into contact. Many of the best MBA programs are taught in English, so speaking it well can put you in a position to get the best training and credentials.
贝坤 ，NBA 嘞，打篮球的，对吗？赵轩，打篮球对吗？杨向是不是打篮球？焦星是不是打篮球 ？Basketball 是吗？你看到我的孩子跟我太太在 disturb 我，篮球不是篮球。Is it my pronunciation so wrong? Is it basketball? NBA 吗 ？So what does this NBA stand for? Very bad. Don't have the whole abbreviations like that. How do you know all the students know? Since yours are Chelsea, what does MBA stand for?
Certain degree, like master's degree.
So read the whole thing lah.
I don't know.
Oh, did you ask your teacher?
No.
You see? So next time must ask, because you are going to take this MBA. It stands for Master in Business Administration. Write down. Only you complete a basic degree or honors degree with 5 years of working experience, if not around 3 to 5 years, then you will take this Master in Business Administrations. Okay? And once you have Master in Business Administrations, your salary will increase by how much you know now? Danny, Zhao Xuan, at least 2,000-3,000 more. So imagine you're a degree holder, you earn 5,000. Then after 5 years later, okay, you give birth, you on 2 kids, your husband, okay, they say, 老公，我要去读 MBA。我说啊，老婆，你还要读咩？不用紧，5000块嘞，你读完了8000块嘞，你可能还 become a senior management 嘞。8000块，再做1-2年10000块呢。那你要请工人找我哈，我帮你照顾2个宝宝，我是保姆。Okay, Zin, Anna, thank you. Okay. Yeah, Master in Business Administration. It's true, most of the MBA not true, Chelsea. In fact, some of the Chinese people who come to Singapore, 在南大跟国大 NUS and NTU, they do have master, but they are doing it in a Chinese version, if I'm not mistaken. Please check with your parents. So what extract 3 will be is like talking about 2 and 3. Is it necessary to use English as the mediums? Hey, I just realized, Pei Kun, Chinese speaking is more than 1.6 billion. True not? Besides China, we got Taiwan, we got Malaysia, we got Singapore, we got Hong Kong, we got Macau, we got all over the place. In fact, it's more popular than English. Agree not? Danny, Ziyi, right? All Zhao Xuan. But why do we take English? Why not Chinese? Why not Mandarin? Why not Japanese? Why not Germans? So this question is going to linger. When you're reading the extract now, you are the architect, the designer of the questions. Okay, because of time constraints, I want to move on. But please think of the questions. What kind of question do you think extract 2 and 3 will come up? Is it got to do with language? Is it got to do the question links to this will be globalization. So issue 3, it got to do with the expansions of globalization due to language or due to culture. Let's go. Chelsea, your question, read number 6, please.
Extra 1 illustrates a country's vulnerability to national terrorism, transnational terrorism. In your opinion, what can be done by governments to manage transnational terrorism? Explain your answer with reference to 2 ways.
Yeah, you see, I'm very close on Chelsea. I'm very close to these 2, right? Give 2 ways to prevent transnational terrorism. You have the answer, right, Chelsea? I leave it to you. I leave it to all of you. If you can if you want, Chelsea, redo the questions again, okay? If not, it's fine with me, all right? Extract 2 and 3, please.
Extracts 2 and 3 are about the cultural impacts of globalization. Do you think the impact brought about by foreign entertainment industries upon a country has been more positive than negative? Explain your answer.
This is so easy, in my opinion, sorry. I thought it might be even a higher levels by asking beside positive and negative. So you have to talk about one paragraph positive, which I quite disagree for this one, to be honest, Chelsea. This one here. Sorry, one more time, I just need to, okay. Which is I disagree about this part here. Okay. Get the best training credentials. This is what I disagree. And this one here is about this Californians driving 38,000. Okay, these are giving this to me, excuse me, Chelsea. I just realized this is more to the Americanization. Agree not? No? Right, this one, MBA can be A, can be W. Agree not? Not A and W. Not A and W. It can be Americanization and Westernization. True not? Chelsea. MBA not necessarily must be US. Right? MBA can come from England, can from France, can from Germany. You know, if you know how to speak German, you have free education university in German. Okay, so this one a bit. 我不同意啦，对不起，乔欣 okay? So what is the negative and positive effect? So this globalization's got to do with these 2 things here. What it means? That means actually this A and W's are annexing. You know it's annex. You know what's annex, Chelsea? Okay, you know it's annex since Ziying and Danny and Zhao Xuan. The rest, you know what's the meaning of annex? Annex just attack, history student, you should know, You don't know, I tell you, it will kill you. Annex, ANNEX, frequent annexation. Okay, so I want you all to do these questions, and next week I'll review. Chelsea, no problem, right? To go through your questions. So it's good to. I feel that the positive and negative is quite easy for foreign entertainment, but 对不起嘞，我看来看去extract 3哪里算是 entertainment 这个 maybe entertainment 去吃饭，这个好像是 more to the language 嘞。I don't know, unless you say like pop star, you get me now, like Michael Jackson's, like British pop groups, maybe because the keyword is entertainment industry. MBA is not an entertainment. MBA is an education name. Sorry, I feel it. Okay, so maybe your teacher wants in such a way that using English as a form of entertaining people in terms of educations, in terms of food. Get it? So that they use the word entertainment very, very loosely, not very fixed. I say to me, entertainment is like more to the pop music. Remember, in one of these is the music, the food, correct now, and the culture, right? So that is what I feel. Maybe I don't know. All right, children. So next week we'll go through with Chelsea's answer as well as my answer to talk about 6 and 7. Then we'll talk about other topics as well. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, tomorrow is a holiday, huh? Yes. Okay, so we will finish until 11. Okay, can Danny? Danny say okay.
No.
Danny say okay. Hey, you're not hungry with us, Wow. Zhao Xuan, too much there. You don't want I spend my 1 hour for you all, you still complain. Aiyo. You see, Chelsea say okay. Yang Xiao also say okay. No, okay, don't disturb you. Yeah.